Hey, welcome to another video. So today we're going to be going into everything there is to know about OTTO HIGHTOWER, but before I begin, please be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, join the Sith Citadel Discord, links in the description, and consider becoming a join member or sending a super thanks if you wish to further support the channel. Otherwise, let's jump straight into it. In 101 AC, following the death of Prince Balon Targaryen, son and heir to King Viserys I Targaryen, Sir OTTO HIGHTOWER was appointed as the new hand of the king, bringing his family to King's Landing. He introduced his 15-year-old daughter Alicent to court life. As Jaehaerys succumbed to grief over the loss of Balon and his beloved Queen Alysanne, his health deteriorated, leaving him bedridden. During the final years of his reign, real power shifted into Otto's hands, as he effectively ruled the Seven Kingdoms while his daughter Alicent tended to the ailing king. When Jaehaerys died in 101 AC, his grandson Viserys ascended the throne, retaining Otto as hand. However, Otto's growing influence bred resentment among the nobility, many of whom viewed him as an overreaching power behind the throne. One of his fiercest rivals was Prince Daemon Targaryen, the king's ambitious and unpredictable brother. Otto successfully maneuvered to have Daemon removed as first Master of Coin, and later as Master of Laws. But the strategy backfired when Daemon was appointed commander of the City Watch. With thousands of men under his command, Daemon flourished in his new role, further alarming Otto, who feared he would become another tyrant like Maegor the Cruel. Determined to prevent Daemon from reaching the throne, Otto championed Princess Rhaenyra Targaryen as Viserys' rightful heir, despite the precedent set by the Great Council of 101 AC, which had favored male succession. This stance placed him at odds with many traditionalists in the realm, but Viserys, eager to maintain stability, often attempted to mediate between Otto and his brother. However, the rivalry only deepened. The death of Queen Aemma Arryn in 106 AC shifted the political landscape dramatically. While Viserys officially named Rhaenyra as his heir, he also took Otto's daughter Alicent as his second wife. The marriage produced a son, Aegon, in 107 AC. But despite this, Viserys refused to alter the succession. Otto, believing that Aegon should replace Rhaenyra as heir, persistently urged the king to reconsider, only to be dismissed from his position in 109 AC for his relentless insistence. With his influence at court diminished, Otto returned to Old Town, though his ambitions remained alive through the formation of the Greens, a faction loyal to Queen Alicent and her children. Fate brought Otto back to power in 120 AC, following the death of his successor, Lord Lionel Strong. Despite suggestions to appoint a younger candidate, Viserys opted for the familiar, restoring Otto as Hand of the King. By then, tensions between the Greens, Alicent supporters, and the Blacks, Rhaenyra's faction, had escalated, with the court bitterly divided. An attempt at reconciliation occurred in 127 AC when Viserys, believing himself in better health, hosted a grand feast where Rhaenyra and Alicent exchanged gestures of goodwill. However, once the king departed, the simmering conflict between their factions reignited. During the final decade of Viserys' rule, Otto worked diligently to fill the small council with his allies, ensuring Green dominance. By 129 AC, his influence was nearly absolute. While Larry Strong controlled intelligence as Master of Whisperers, Sir Tywin Lannister maintained the fleet as Master of Ships, and Lord Jasper Wilde dictated legal matters as Master of Laws. Sir Criston Cole, Lord Commander of the Kingsguard, was already a staunch ally of Alicent, while Grand Maester Orwyle maintained neutrality. The only remaining dissenting voice was the elderly Lord Lyman Beesbury, Master of Coin, who had served since Jaehaerys' reign. As Viserys' health declined, Otto assured greater control over governance. When the king died in his sleep on the third day of the third moon of 129 AC, Otto seized the moment. Rather than honoring Viserys' decree naming Rhaenyra as his successor, Otto spearheaded the swift coronation of Aegon II, usurping the throne from Rhaenyra. This act of defiance triggered the Targaryen civil war known as the Dance of the Dragons. Sir OTTO HIGHTOWER, the Hand of the King and staunch supporter of House Hightower's influence, played a pivotal role in his political and military maneuvering that led to the Dance of the Dragons. In 129 AC, on the morning of King Viserys' death, Queen Alicent Hightower and Sir Criston Cole convened the small council in the Queen's apartments. While Grand Maester Orwyle initially suggested preparations for Rhaenyra's coronation, OTTO HIGHTOWER quickly dismissed the notion, declaring that Aegon must be crowned king instead. As Hand of the King, Otto asserted his authority, warning that Rhaenyra's rule would result in her husband, Prince Daemon Targaryen, taking power, a scenario he deemed too dangerous to allow. Amidst the council's heated debate, Lord Lyman Beesbury alone stood in support of Rhaenyra, attempting to leave the room in protest. His fate remains uncertain. Accounts differ on whether he was imprisoned and left to die, thrown in the Black Cells, or slain on the spot. but with his opposition silenced, the Green Council solidified its plans. At the urging of Lord Larry Strong, the council members swore a blood oath of loyalty to Aegon II. Otto wasted no time securing King's Landing, ordering the arrest of any suspected Rhaenyra supporters and sending ravens across Westeros to rally lords and knights to the Greens. He also sought the allegiance of Lord Dalton Greyjoy, offering him the position of Master of Ships in exchange for the Iron Fleet's support. To cement their rule, Otto appointed his son, Sir Gawain Hightower, as the second in command of the City Watch, ensuring they remained loyal to the Greens. Despite Otto's efforts, a group of Black loyalists, including Sir Steffan Darkland, managed to smuggle King Viserys' crown out of King's Landing. Upon reaching Dragonstone, they crowned Rhaenyra as queen, marking the beginning of open war. In response, Rhaenyra declared Otto and Alicent traitors, vowing to take back her throne. Understanding the importance of alliances, Otto sent Prince Aemon Targaryen to Storm's End on the mighty dragon Vhagar to secure Lord Boros Baratheon's allegiance by offering him a betrothal to one of his 4 daughters. Though the Baratheons joined the Greens, Prince Lucerys Velaryon, Rhaenyra's son, arrived shortly after with a counteroffer. The meeting turned deadly when Aemon, still harboring a grudge over the loss of his eye, challenged Lucerys. The ensuing dragon battle over Shipbreaker Bay ended with Lucerys and his dragon Arax slain. Rather than celebrating Aemon's actions, Otto was furious, famously reprimanding his grandson, saying, "You only lost one eye, how could you be so blind?" Aemon's reckless act had escalated the war beyond Otto's control, setting a dangerous precedent for vengeance. In retaliation, Prince Daemon Targaryen swore revenge and orchestrated an infamous assassination within the Red Keep. He sent 2 killers, Blood, a butcher, and Cheese, a ratcatcher, to infiltrate the castle. The mission was simple: kill a son for a son. Under the cover of night, they murdered Prince Jaehaerys Targaryen, Aegon's young heir. While Blood was caught and tortured to death, Cheese escaped, leaving Aegon grief-stricken and enraged. In his fury, Aegon ordered the execution of all ratcatchers in King's Landing, and Otto brought 100 cats to replace them. As the war escalated, Otto focused on diplomacy, rallying loyalist lords, hiring sellswords, and attempting to secure alliances. He wrote to Lord Ormond Hightower, urging him to quash Rhaenyra-aligned rebellions in the Reach. Otto also sought the support of Prince Corin Martell of Dorne, reminding him of his past conflict with Daemon Targaryen in the Stepstones, but Dorne remained neutral. With Dalton Greyjoy unresponsive, Otto turned to the Triarchy, promising them exclusive trading rights in King's Landing and control over the Stepstones if they would help break the Velaryon blockade at the Gullet. However, his slow and methodical diplomacy frustrated King Aegon, who viewed his grandfather's cautious approach as weak. One day when Otto was writing yet another letter, Aegon knocked the ink pot into Otto's lap, shouting, "Spill blood, not ink." The young king had run out of patience. With Prince Daemon taking Harrenhal and the blockade strangling the capital, Aegon dismissed Otto as Hand of the King, replacing him with Sir Criston Cole, the more aggressive Lord Commander of the Kingsguard. Despite Queen Alicent's protests, Otto's time in power had come to an end. Ironically, Otto's diplomatic efforts bore fruit only after his dismissal. The Triarchy's High Council accepted his offer and sent 90 warships, leading to the brutal Battle of the Gullet on the 5th day of 130 AC. Though the battle resulted in massive casualties on both sides, it failed to break the Velaryon naval dominance. In the same year, Rhaenyra's forces conquered King's Landing, and she seized the Iron Throne. Otto, now a prisoner, had long foreseen his fate. True to his predictions, he was the first man beheaded for treason under Queen Rhaenyra's reign. Sir Otto Hightower was a brilliant but ruthless statesman whose unwavering ambition for House Hightower's influence ultimately led to his rise and fall. A master of diplomacy and political strategy, he was instrumental in Aegon's ascension, yet his careful approach clashed with the king's impulsiveness. His dismissal marked the turning point of the war, as his replacement, Sir Criston Cole, led the Greens with a far more aggressive and bloodthirsty strategy. Though Otto met his end at Rhaenyra's command, his legacy endured. His family remained one of the most powerful in Westeros, and his influence shaped the brutal conflict that defined the Dance of the Dragons. So what did you guys think of Otto Hightower? Please let me know in the comments down below. If you haven't already, please be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, join the Sith Citadel Discord, links in the description, and consider becoming a join member or sending a super thanks if you wish to further support the channel. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video.